Let me just say something quick. NATO, you were there. You remember we are the ones who introduced analysis to Kenyan market. Do you remember? Do you remember the year? It was the first time that South Africa was holding a World Cup, sorry, a Cup of Nations. The one that was supposed to be held in Kenya, and you know it was taken away because of political reasons. I always challenge the fourth estate to look for information. Nations in 96 was taken away from Kenya. Do you know the reason why? NATO would know. Who was the Secretary General of the Federation at that time? It was Omino. No. Omino. Yes, he was there at that time. Was he in government? No, he was in opposition. In fact, he was only opposition member of parliament who was riding in a GK vehicle. Why? Because he was the Speaker of the National Assembly. Now, if he was to bring the Cup of Nations to Kenya, he would have gotten undue mileage. We are talking politics now. We're not talking football, we're talking politics. He would have gotten undue mileage. So they had to make sure he doesn't come here. South Africa had just come from post-apartheid. Remember? And they were looking to put themselves in the world. Okay? So they had the first Cup of Nations. That is how it works, guys. So they had the first Cup of Nations. So we introduced the analysis in Kenya. Uche, Onyebadi, Laz Makori, and I. And I was the presenter for that, you remember? So yes, I've also seen Modo doing analysis. And you know, for us as presenters, sometimes our job is just to milk this information from them. And being a coach, having been a player, you always know when someone comes from playing into coaching, they have a better understanding of how the game should go. A better understanding. I'm not saying the other coaches who have licenses don't know what they're doing, but players who have turned into coaches and have gotten licenses, meaning they have formalized their knowledge, will always have a better understanding of even how players are behaving on the field. You know, sometimes you see a game, and you wonder why the players are not putting in 100%. The coach knows, but he won't tell you. But he knows why they're rebelling. Something happened in the dressing room. Okay? So sometimes even to do a psychoanalysis of what's happening with the players, the player coaches will do it better than the coaches who just got their licenses from being coaches, because they are strict. This is what I told you to do, and you can't do anything else. But the players will understand there's something that wasn't done in the dressing room that is making them behave like that. And a pep talk at halftime telling them, we'll give it to you at the end of the game and all that, changes the game. All right? So he's very, very capable and very apt of doing it. We shall give you international standards. We don't compromise. As Kenyans, we also don't compromise. And with what we are being given by AZAM here in Kenya now, I would even call them AZAM Kenya now, what we are going to get, state-of-the-art studios, that is what you need. And once we have all the information we want, you watch the space. Just make sure you get your decoder. Asante.
Swali langu kwa Coach Kim. Mimi nimekuona ukicheza Mathare United, Harambee Stars. Of course katika kikundi cha wachezaji ambao umekuwa nao, sio wengi ambao wanaweza kuingia pale mbele wakazungumza kama unavyozungumza wewe, Kiswahili, Kiingereza. Ndio kwa lugha ya mpira unaweza kujua pengine kocha angefanya nini kubadilisha mchezo, yani kimbinu mchezaji anaweza kafahamu, lakini kwa maelezo umeonekana kuwa na ubora fulani kwa zidi baadhi ya wachezaji ambao umekuwa nao na hata wengine ambao wanacheza sasa. Ilikuwaje, ulifikiaje hapo? Je, ni shule ama ulitaka tu mwenyewe? Yaani nini kimekufanya mpaka kwa kuwa bora hivi kama mchanganuzi pia na pia kama kocha?
Asante sana kwa swali lako na kunimiminia sifa tele. Nafikiri ni kule kutaka kujua tu ile interest ambayo nilikuwa nayo ya kutaka kuielewa hii game, sio kama mchezaji peke yake bali pia kama mkufunzi, kutilia maanani, kutumia wakubwa wangu ambao walikuwa karibu na mimi kujaribu kupata masomo zaidi. Nimekuwa na mkufunzi kama Kimanzi, nimekuwa na mkufunzi kama Ghost karibu na mimi. Kila mara ninapopata nafasi ya kuwakaribia, nina swali nataka kujua walikuwa wanafanyaje vitu fulani katika maeneo fulani. Hivi sasa pia nina bahati ya kufanya kazi na mkufunzi wetu wa timu ya taifa Benny Makathi. Pia pale silali tu ati niko na Makathi na lala tu. Ukimwongelesha Makati atakwambia kila mara tukiwa na yeye hatuko kazini na maswali mengi sana kwake kwamba anataka kujifunza zaidi na zaidi. Kwa hivyo naweza sema tu ni ile interest ya kutaka more knowledge, kuexpand knowledge yangu, kutaka kuelewa vitu zaidi, mbinu zaidi, kwa nini zinafanyika vipi. Pia kule Mombasa nilipokuwa kule, Twahir Muhidin pia mkufunzi ambaye amekuwa kwa miaka mingi pia ambaye pia
Well, thank you so much. My name is Kevin Sewe, and basically I want to know something to do with the rights. You've said that you've acquired the rights for exclusive rights to broadcast the matches, the World Cup matches. But during this broadcast, we normally see maybe some radio stations maybe take your content to broadcast to their people. I don't know which action will you take in case maybe some of radio stations, local radio station are using your content to broadcast or rather to commentate football. And then number two, the issue of language. Which language will be used during a commentary, that is the language that you'll be using. And the third, we've been seeing some of these live matches. You see that on TV, there's some delays maybe in 1 or 2 seconds. How are you sure? How are you maybe assuring your supporters or rather your subscribers that the match, the way it will be live, directed, there will be no delays of 1 or 2 seconds? Thank you so much.
Okay, these are exclusive TV rights. So that means AZAM will broadcast all the 104 matches live. When I say live, this is a feed that is coming from the stadiums to the studio to the subscribers' home. In terms of delay, there would not be any kind of delay. I want to reassure you that because this is what is happening and the feed is coming directly to your home. Next, the illegal streaming, that's a right question. We've been fighting that when we do the Kenya Premier League. And I think myself and my teams involved regularly fight with the illegal streaming guys. FIFA has its own monitoring body, a governance body that monitors the illegal streaming. Not only that, we also do coordinate with the government agencies to take action. And what you should respect here is with the kind of investment what AZAM Group has put into the local Kenya Football Federation, we have some guys who try to go over and above with enthusiasm, but FKF and AZAM fight with those guys who are doing it. And especially from FIFA, I think along with FIFA and with our able engineers at the headquarters, we will ensure that we are fighting the piracy, and that's not good for those who are put into the sports for it to grow. And most importantly, we want the customers to enjoy. I think we will do that in a partnership along with FIFA, along with the people at HQ to make sure there is no piracy at all. The next thing what you told is some of the radio stations doing it, that's illegal. If you have rights, you can only do that. So the rights what we have, and I would not like to name another provider who has the rights. It's only 2 of us who has the rights for the World Cup. AZAM, as you rightly see, we are giving you all the 104 matches live in HD. And the information clearly puts it there. You get that on the 950 package. Right, that's on plus package. On a 950 shillings that you pay, you get access to all the 104 live matches. Right? Did I miss any of your question?
Commentary language.
Yeah, that's an important question. We would do this commentary in English as well as Swahili. So we have dedicated 2 channels, AZAM Sports 2 HD channel and AZAM Sports 4 in HD. So these would be in English as well as on Swahili. And even the match analysis, the match build-up that you're going to see, it would be in Swahili and English both. So that is to make sure the Swahili listeners, the Swahili watchers are able to catch up what's going on. And that's the differentiator on what AZAM is going to bring down to you. It's not going to be English, it's going to be in Swahili and English. So 2 channels which you can switch over. If you want to see it on English, watch in any of the channels. And if you want to see it on Swahili, it will be there as well. And that's a good question because we missed, reiterating the fact that it will be in 2 languages, Swahili and English.
I would like to call again Mr. Ravi to come and make the closing remarks. And then after that, Rama will make a prayer.
I would like to thank everybody who has turned up today. And I would also like to thank the crew behind this, who made this happen. Our production crew. I'll start with Edwin, where you are. Is he around? Okay. Eric, who is behind the graphics, who has done all the artworks that is there. Edwin is here. There, he's waving the hands. You've seen him with the camera. He's the one who directs all the FKF matches. He's also behind organizing all this. Eric, who's there in the white t-shirt. Eric, can you? So he has done all the artworks. He does the graphics for us. He does the graphics for the games. And also, all the information that you're seeing here is because of him. And the production crew coordinator, Juliet. She's the one who's invited you all. Takes care of the crew and everyone. The cameramans who are part of our crew. And especially, I would like to thank each and every one of the TV station, TV47 represent here. Diana is here. Our team is here. We have Tony from Royal Media Services, Citizen. And as you rightly said, we partner with all the Kenyan FTAs. And we also give, wherever possible, an opportunity where we can be on the televisions to broadcast about our brand. And most importantly, I also would like to thank all the AZAM TV crew behind who actually put in their efforts to put this together. My plea and my request to each and every one of you, especially having these rights brought in by us by AZAM TV, a player in East Africa, and that is giving access to these 104 live games in high definition in all the countries where AZAM TV is operating. As I mentioned, in Tanzania, in Kenya, Uganda, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Rwanda, Ghana. I really thank the group for that, as well as I want you guys to spread this information in your social media pages and the information that we would snippet and give it to you before you leave these premises. I would like to put those on your TV stations, make it more public, along with the information that we would do from AZAM TV. As you've seen, we have the billboards already up and running in the country. We have the promotional materials, the flyers, the posters. We will have on-ground activities. In Coast, there will be dedicated roadshow to create the awareness both on the sales and the retention. Plus, throughout the country, all our sales managers, you have seen, we have our dealers everywhere. We have our sales managers. We have RSS. We need to make this happen so that as we grow, we give back to the community. And let's all enjoy this football season. Let the spirit of football be there. And I think this also would be the last for Cristiano Ronaldo, right? This would be the last football game, even for Lionel Messi. There are a lot of other stalwarts. So let's give it a big push. And we also organized a small treat for you, some drinks and some snacks as you socialize. And meanwhile, our team would give you all the information that is required for you to take back as well. And some goodies they would organize as well. Once again, thanks so much for turning up. And Latifa and Joanne are the social media and the content people. If you want to have the access to the live link that is done, plus information that is needed for you to put up on your TV, digital, as well as on other mediums, please feel free to coordinate with Latifa and John. Thanks once again. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.